Welcome to another episode of Saint Vincent Untold Stories. On this episode, we give you the recent updates on the La soufriere volcano in Saint Vincent and many more. Big ups to all of my subscribers. And if you are new to the channel, hit the like button, the subscribe button, and hit the bell icon, because you are going to want to see this video and many more like this one. Let me tell you something about Untold Stories. Our Untold Stories is properly registered with the tax department in the United States of America. So we don't do any fake thing on this page. We don't have to rob and we don't have to scam anyone. Ever since we started the channel, a lot of persons have offered things to Untold Stories. At Untold Stories, we are in several groups where persons are making a donation, and they have asked, you want any personal items? You know what we did in those groups? We said, you know what? We have some people doing donations. Let me add them to the groups and let them handle the donations. In all honesty, there were 4 donations made, and those donations were delivered in the right hands. So let me tell you something. Untold Stories is not like some other programs who don't have this amount of followers or that amount of subscribers and would say send these donations or send that donation when they cannot reach certain amount of people. You see, our thing is about accountability, and nobody can question that. You think the Financial Intelligence Unit can investigate us? No, sir, because we don't do illegal things there. Some of you who have received those large fundings, you see, when the smoke is clear, please remember there is an investigation out for you guys who received those big lump sums and never made those donations. You have seen our videos on the channel, so no one could ever question if we are underground or not. You have seen we've been to Barley, Richmond, Chateaubelair, the whole of the Leeward coast, and all these places in Leeward. You have seen we have made trips uptown, downtown, all around town, on the north, Georgetown and surrounding areas. You have seen. You see, and that is why I always try to big up those supporters who are here when we started at zero. You all made this possible so that we can help ghetto youths. There are Chi youths that is as good as Untold Stories when it comes to technology. And I'm saying things like building software, reprogramming, app designs, and so forth. There is one youth in particular, and he can hack anything, any social media, anything possible you think about. But what he's saying now is that he wants to leave St. Vincent because there are no opportunities for him. He had told me that he had signed up for one of the prime grants, but they refused him. But what St. Vincent and a whole don't know, you know, technology have a lot of money in it. It is possible that you can get paid through AdSense. But some of the websites don't use AdSense. So what are the banks doing? What about Cash App and PayPal? And I know that youth potential. He would have been making enough money right now that he could have employed about 10 more youths. How many other youths that got a prime grant can say that they employed about 10 persons? Personally, if we had the right equipments, we would have already been selling apps and softwares to persons like Mark Zuckerberg. A few months ago, a popular journalist reached out to Untold Stories, saying that one of those youths were responsible for shutting down his websites. And I was thinking to myself, if he can shut it down, he can protect these news articles as well from being shut down. So you see, the kind of hidden talents that we have in St. Vincent and the Grenadines that isn't being utilized. A lot of persons already know the persons behind the Untold Stories. And those who know that we have a bigger career than vlogging. Something that we can captivate the whole of St. Vincent with. That's just telling you we do not have to do untold stories, but given our experience living all over St. Vincent, going around all the towns and all the villages, all the Grenadine Islands, we wanted a platform to help ghetto youths and show them that there is a different way out and there's actually people who care about them growing up. We did all type of work. We sift sand, we mixed concrete, we did carpentry, we did plumbing. There's nothing that we didn't try to put our hands to. Not everything we were doing we loved. But you see, living in a country with less opportunities, it made it hard for us to get out. In my school days, there were two popular youths when they graced the stage. Teachers fainted and students fainted as well. One name I wouldn't recall, but in a different program you would find out who he is. But I would mention one now. There was one called Nikki. And when he sang out the Lucky Dube, you see that skanking device that Lucky Dube makes? And that's the only person I seen could have made that. No matter how many karaoke I went to, that youth was properly gifted. But there was no one to help that youth. And that is about over 14 years ago. And come 2021, you wanna tell me we are going down the same road where Grand Prime was given out? You saw natural talent, and you did not give it to those with natural talent. You chose party over talent. During my time on this earth in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, I've seen a lot of inventions, but it's like the ministers don't go around the communities and see who are the inventors and see who are the creators and say, you know what, that person built something, and if we mass produce this, we can create more employment. You guys, like you are afraid to answer my question. What are the people of the red zone going back there to do? Just the normal government works? Nothing different? So you want to tell me volcano erupted, changed the landscape? We want to see something new now. Coconuts are being bought for $1. Then those coconuts are exported, then sold back to us in cans for $4 and $5. Tell me if we are meddling with sense. If my memory serves me correctly, I think there was an agreement between St. Vincent and Taiwan and one of those countries where they allow those boats to fish in our waters. But tell me something, do you know what is the value of a bluefin tuna? Several bluefin tunas, we could build our own school. Several bluefin tunas, we can open factories, process fish, and sell our own products. Instead, they are letting persons coming into our country and taking out all the millions. The best thing for the PM to do is to invite someone like Warren Buffett to our shores. You know what that would do? That would inspire the ghetto youths. But when they are here, seeing nothing going on pertaining to great investment, you think they would get inspired? No, sir. When we talk, everybody seems to think that we are against the PM. So here's what we will do. We want to set up a meeting with the Prime Minister, organizations like Untold Stories, Cliplet News, and I don't wish to mention the other two persons because they probably don't want to get mentioned right now. But when we have the meeting, the PM can see them for themselves. We want to get the country moving. We want to say what the banks need to set up, what the youths need, and what we need to be on board with. Anytime you go to a bank in St. Vincent and the Grenadines at the end of the month, there are these long lines that could be avoided. There are things like online banking that the people needs to learn about, where you can pay your bills online. But no one is there to teach the people. You can just hear about it now because Untold Stories is talking about it. But who is there to show you? And now that we have the big C, now is a pivotal time that we need to use our technologies to the fullest of our abilities. We say no gathering, right? And we enforce social distancing within the banks. But what about the lines outside the banks? The people are jammed upon one another. The volcano is still in a state of unrest, but they are still trying to get the people back to the red zone by the 25th. Tuesday coming here. It is still continuously steaming. With that being said, I just want to big up all the people in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the regional islands and the international countries that are always assisting and are praying for us. As you know by now, more volcanoes around the world are erupting. One in the Congo just erupted. I'm out.